And thank you, Councilmember Grodenchik, for your partnership and quite frankly, for listening to our collective constituencies that have been very much concerned about this new process and what it would look like and whether or not communities that we know have been marginalized, not just because they're these historic communities of color that have lacked access to infrastructure and things that really provide a quality of life. For those that are on the line, I see many. I see Jane. I see Brian. I've seen Richard and a few others from 12 and 13 and Lynette. Thank you guys for really showing up. But when 76% of the city are renters and the communities that you and I represent are a lot different, and so we want to make sure that our voices are in this space that is being discussed in this process. And so, for those that were around for the testimony this morning, know that that you have lots of concerns about this process and whether or not the needs and the values of the constituencies that we serve are there. So what's most important is that we look at, when we talk about this process opening up the ability for communities to be engaged, not so sure that is the case. And the way that happens by, is this type of public discourse. And I'm so glad that our folks from the community, our constituents are on the line, are willing to speak up and testify to those values that we have and what we think is necessary in this process. The admin city planning had very little answers for some of the questions that we had, but I would once again reiterate that this is something that came before the Charter Commission and was not successful during the time of the Charter Commission and is being revisited in another form today. And so I'm so glad that the same constituency, in fact, the matter is that it never made it to the ballot in that case. And the last time it did, I believe it was 89, was defeated then as well. But that we are aware of something that potentially will have impact on our communities and that we are willing to raise those voices and just know that those who you have elected to be your voice at the council we speak often, and there is a consistent voice that comes from this coalition of Southeast Queens legislators. So thank you, Mr. Chair. You have been gracious, the ultimate professional. Somebody send that man some coffee, please. All right, thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Councilor Miller.